I'm the curriculum specialist for art, music, foreign language, health, PE, and ELL. So Charlotte County Schools has 20 schools that are growing. We are the second oldest community in the state of Florida, and we've been hit by several hurricanes, which changes our demographics constantly because people come in and work and then they leave. And then now Florida has become quite desirable, and we're getting a lot more ELLs and exponentially more. So I've been in my position for 20 years. When I first started, we had barely 100 ELLs, and now we have 800 because it's just growing. We have people from Ukraine and Russia and Haitian. As you know, Haitian is not the formal language that many languages have written, so speaking and writing, it's more of a slang. We use Google Translate as much as we could, and a lot of charades. We're always trying to support ELL parents with information about our community and assets that they can have, the transiency of the population, language barrier. These are things that really add to the problems. The kids might be in one school in 1 month and then move to another school another month and then move out of the district another month. And so a lot of that has to depend on parents. And as far as teachers go, it's a new day, understanding that you don't just have one ELL. You may have 25 ELLs, you may have 35 ELLs, and everyone is going to have the same issue, that it's more complicated to teach an ELL. We have some programs in the classroom that we use, but we really are using these for parent engagement and for speaking and communicating with parents. So the ILA, you just put it on the desk and it's right between you, and each person has their own. I saw them last year at a conference and said, I got to have these for our parents, because it's really important that we can communicate. It's actually the law, right? So we need to communicate in any language. We can't turn someone away that wants to register a kid. We just can't. It's illegal. So that's the reason that we want to make it easy for the front office and for the parent. We started with a grant and we got 10. We put them in our highest population schools. I trained the front office staff by just simply going out there, showing them, plug it in, turn it on. This is how simple it is. If you have that QR code, then a parent can text and call into the school and get it in their language, and that's super amazing. So I try to show them a little bit more every time I go. So we started with those 10 schools. Now every school is going to have one. I just got the one for the district office. Here we go. And the fact that it's portable, you definitely should keep it at the front office for parents coming in. And then you have a meeting, and so then you can just take it. So it needs to be accessible to parents calling in, coming in. And how can you welcome them if you don't speak their language? Sometimes they are gone for lunch, and then so someone else is going to cover, or so maybe the SRO officer is going to cover. It's not always the same person. It's totally movable and totally shareable. The ILA goes easily to the nurse because the clinic is usually right there in the front office. Guidance counselor, right there in the front office. It's really become a kind of a team thing. Since one person finds success, then the other person sees how it's successful and easy. Easy, easy, easy. No one wants more work. They want to make things smarter, not harder. I used it at a parent meeting, and I used it in the group so that everyone would get talk to text on their phone in their own language. So that was pretty cool. But the front office staff tells me how many times a day they use it and how much they love it because they're boots on the ground. As soon as someone comes in that has a language problem or different language, and there's no one in the front office that speaks that language, they are right on it and they are using it and they love it. It's not like your phone. They like the fact that you can see it, that it's nice and big and it's right in front of you and it's talking and, it's welcoming in the sense that each person has their side. With the phone, you just have the phone and you're like, we're sharing my phone. It's my phone, but I'm going to share it with you. Everybody has their own side. I guess it keeps your space, but it does that interaction and talks. The parent could use their phone, Google, right? Everybody in the world uses Google Translate. So the parent can use the phone, whether that's amenable to the front office staff, sometimes not. So the ILA is. They love the ILA. Most of our ELLs are Hispanic, and so we do have a lot of Spanish speakers at our front office, but sometimes you don't, and certainly Russian, you don't. We're trying to make a relationship with parents and trying to, yes, we can communicate that information. It's on the website. All the stuff that we say, it's on the website. We're just trying to highlight and get a little interaction with parents. The first schools that had it have had so much success that they're telling principals, and the principals are telling other principals. Parents obviously are happy because it's successful. So you just start by, a coalition of the willing and very grassroots, and that's what we've done. And they are now the ones saying, it's so amazing, it's so amazing, it's so amazing. So that's how we had to get one for other schools, because one principal talks to another principal, why don't I have one? Yeah, I'm getting a lot of ELLs too, so now everybody has to have one. School districts ask me all the time about the ILA. I would say it's so easy. It's so easy, and it makes it so wonderful for parents. It's amazing that you can really deal the information out in so many languages. Just everybody gets their own on their phone. And once you see and touch, it's just super easy. It's pretty straightforward. Smaller districts, which we are, we do the best we can sometimes. And so this has kind of opened up the world to us, literally. It's opened up inclusion in the community for all our families. It's so important to engage families because, we want our parents involved. So this is really allowing us to speak to everyone. I am always saying how it's really important to have these translation devices. And so that's where I'm saying, people just ask me, are you working for ILA? What's the deal? Because it's such a natural thing that we should all have. And as I said, the phone's not working.